If you're trying to break into tech sales but feel stuck because you don't have experience, I've been there a long time ago, and this video is for you. I'll walk through a proven step-by-step game plan so you can land your first job in tech sales, even if you're starting from ground zero. What I'm about to give you can seriously change your trajectory of your career and your income earning potential. First, you gotta understand the tech sales industry. What types of companies do you want to work for and sell for and that you're interested in, and why? I have personally sold HR software for the last 6 or so years, and I found it to be an incredibly profitable niche for me because I'm actually curious and interested in what I'm doing, so that allows me to be more successful. I have friends of mine selling go-to-market revenue tech like ZoomInfo or Gong that are clearing 6 figures. I have friends selling cybersecurity software like CrowdStrike or Palo Alto Network or Wiz that are easily clearing 6 figures a year. I also have a friend that's selling developer tools at MongoDB that is easily clearing 6 figures. Point is, it doesn't necessarily matter what you're selling. You don't need to be at the fastest growing or the hottest company, the company that's raised the most money, but you do need to be interested in what you're doing and have a clear why. That will allow you to be more successful, not only landing the job, but it'll be more sustainable for you to grow in your career. Here's a list of the top 10 public software companies broken out by enterprise value divided by next 12-month revenue. So you can see who is performing really well, and this will give you a leg up in your company search process. Next, it's important to build the right skills. I have sat next to recruiters in the office at my previous software company, and I would ask them, hey, so what do you actually look for in a job candidate? And they would say, yeah, experience, resume, blah, blah, blah. It kind of matters. That gets them in the door. But what we really care about is the skill set. Are they going to be able to come in, hire them off the street, and will they immediately perform, and what does their potential look like? So this means having strong and effective communication skills, demonstrated problem-solving skills, and a clear understanding of exactly what you will be doing day one. What is a sales development representative? Why would they pay you 6 figures even with no experience? Why would they do that? Take a step back and realize, what am I doing in that role? Okay, as an SDR, I will be relentlessly prospecting all day, every day, cold calling, cold emailing in an effort to set meetings and generate pipeline. Okay, why does that matter? The more pipeline, the more deals that get closed, the more revenue the company generates. Okay, so it's all about revenue. How can I prove to them that my current skill set, even with no proven sales or tech experience, that will translate to being able to be successful in this job? And that is why I put together the most in-depth and comprehensive tech sales introductory course so that you can learn exactly what you need to know to land an entry-level job, even with no experience. It's over 17 hours of content and has helped over 1,000 people with no prior experience land high-paying tech sales jobs. So visit the first link in the description below to learn more. Next, you need to build a strong LinkedIn presence. I also learned sitting next to recruiters that the resume matters, but the LinkedIn profile really matters. The LinkedIn profile is the new resume because before granting you an interview, they're going to look at your LinkedIn and they're going to say, okay, profile picture, they're not judging based on what you look like or how funny you are or who you know. It's, does it just pass the eye test? Is it lighting good? Is it a professional pick? What is their channel art background on the LinkedIn profile? What does their tagline say? Does it say hyper motivated, aggressive driven salesperson, something stupid like that? It's like, that's table stakes. Or does it say seeking SDR role at HR tech company? Well, that tagline is probably going to increase your odds of getting the job. And then how is your LinkedIn profile structured and formatted? Do you have at least 500 connections minimum? So if you're not checking most of these boxes, and these are very basic things, then you simply will not have a chance of getting a job unless you really know someone. And then that takes us to the next step. It's do the job to get the job. You can look at the companies you want to work for. You can look at their job board to understand, are they hiring for the role that you want most? An SDR role at a cybersecurity company, CrowdStrike. Are they hiring for SDRs? Yes, they are. Okay, so you know that you have a chance. There's open headcount for you to get the job. You can go through the front door of applying like all the other candidates. They're getting tens of thousands of applications. You're going to have to do that. but you also need to do the job to get the job. What are you doing in the job? If you have the skill set, you're going to be doing a lot of outbound prospecting. So in order to prove you can outbound prospect, utilize that skill set to get attention to get the interview. So after you apply, you go identify, you got this great LinkedIn profile. So you now go to the CrowdStrike company page and you search for SDR managers or head of sales development. You find all of the key players at that company, and then you go on an entire outbound prospecting campaign. You can most likely guess what the email domain is, or you can use free tools like Apollo, and there's other domain availability searches that you can find. Go find their email, send them cold emails, and then start making cold calls. This would be worth investing in a ZoomInfo license, or actually probably not, that's probably way too expensive, an Apollo license, a Seamless license, even LinkedIn Sales Navigator for a month, so you can get the contact information and you can identify who you need to be speaking with, and find confidence in the idea that you need to be relentless and not stop until you get their attention and they respond to you. Some will comply and help you, some will not. But you will have earned their respect, because if you're going for an entry-level SDR role and you truly have no experience, you are going to have to do something different to stand out. And this is the most controllable factor you have. The final step is to crush the interview. I just made a video talking about the ideal questions to ask in the interview. And ultimately, these interviews, I believe, are about showing confidence and curiosity. Even if you don't have experience, you need to show confidence that you are the right candidate for this role. Assume the close, and then curiosity, the questions you ask. You ask the questions about the interviewer, but I think you also treat it like a sales cycle. What are the next steps in the process? Who will make that decision? When will I hear back? Do you have any concerns about me as a candidate? And if you're getting all those buying signals, schedule the next meeting. Okay, so if I'm meeting with Susie and you can make the decision and you don't have any concerns about me as a candidate, can we go ahead and schedule this next interview right now? Ask them that. Why not ask them that question? How many other candidates are asking that question in the interview? And I think treating the interview, especially for a sales job, like a real sales cycle, that is the whole point of the interview, because you're showing you already know what to do in the job, and you've prospected yourself to get you that interview. You have already done the job, and you can use that story, your whole methodology, these steps, this playbook of how you have gotten to this point to show that you're capable of getting the job, even if you don't have any experience. So in this video, in summary, we talked about understanding the tech sales landscape, building the right skills, building a strong LinkedIn presence, do the job to get the job, crush the interview. Follow these 5 steps, and I promise you, you will be closer to landing the job, changing the trajectory of your career, and increasing your income earning potential immediately. If you found value in today's video, hit the thumbs up button now and make sure to go check out Course Careers, because we will teach you everything you need to know to speed up your process to achieve that end result of getting an entry-level tech sales job, even with no experience. Thanks so much. Talk to you in the next video.